Hey guys, so World of Warcraft cinematics. This is we're gonna be watching two of them. Because one of them, I think some of them are attached to like one of the quests, like the Gilneas, the reclaiming Gilneas, and I haven't done that one yet. These ones, it's like whatever. From what I heard, that Gilneas quest line is like, eh. Um, but Malfurion and Tyrande. Tyrande. But here
Such beauty, such tranquility. More Kaldori settle here every day. After so many years of strife, Belameth offers rest and comfort. This village welcomes all who wish to dwell here, but it shall not be our only home. Hyjal, Val'Sharah, Ashenvale. These are sacred places to us. We shall protect them forevermore. And one day, when life blossoms again upon its ashen shores, we will return to Teldrassil and build anew.
It happened. We got the
Okay, so that was heartwarming. That was wholesome. Um, I mean, Tyrande and Malfurion have been together for well over 10,000 years. Imagine having a spouse that you've been together with for 10,000 years. You know, and clearly there's true love between them because no matter how much they fight, they're still together. I mean, oof, you know, whatever they're doing, if we could pull them from the game and bring them into real life so they can teach everyone the secret of a long lasting relationship, we would totally do that because 10,000 years. Um, but Belameth is the new, like, home of the Nine Elves, since Teldrassil is no longer around. Um, I haven't been there yet, but apparently there's like gear and stuff you can like find around there. Um, but I love the look of it. It's very much like Night Elvy, Emerald Dream like, and stuff like that. Um, I mean, isn't it's not in the Emerald Dream, is it? No, I think that no, it's not too far from the plains. I think it's like a little off to like a little off to it. Um, so it's kind of a weird place, but I mean, Amir Drasil and closer to it, I guess. But you know, and also the animation. Just when it comes to these in-game ones, I mean, they've gotten so much better with the lip movements. You know, you look back, and I say this all the time, back in the day, where they were just like, and they were just, emote and all that. Now their lips are moving with what they're saying. They have like tongues, and you can see the tongues move when they talk, and it's really, You know, it's really gorgeous animation. But this is like the most wholesome thing I've seen all freaking day, probably in a while. Just the look of sheer joy she has when she sees Malfurion. And I think this is like the first time I've ever seen people in World of Warcraft like actually kiss. You know, it feels almost like a Disney moment. You know, but it just look at that. That's just like pure love right there. Again, if we could take them from the game and bring him to our world, um, one big happy family. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's like I said, it's a good wholesome moment, even if everything leading up to it or after wasn't that great. This you can't deny this is a nice wholesome moment. You're like, if I had a heart, I'd probably be feeling things right now. So this next one is Iridikron and Vyranoth Parlay. Are they going to make amends with each other? I mean, they're asking for a parlay, so making terms, or I don't know.
I had received a missive from Iridikron. He wished to speak with me, and me alone.
I am here.
It seems your courage has not faltered, despite abandoning our war.
That war is over, Iridikron. It was you who abandoned our cause, who abandoned Farak to his own destruction. All for some trinket Neltharion left behind.
The Dark Heart is no mere trinket. Its power now lies in the Harbinger's hands.
The Void cannot be trusted.
I trust its hunger. You know the Titans infected our world, and I will see them extinguished. The question is, sister, will you?
I will have no part of this.
Then the bond of the incarnates is truly ended. You will not see me again until the Titans face their reckoning. But to you, Vyranoth, I offer one final warning. Stay out of my way.
And that's how you make a villain. If we could just take Iridikron and make him the villain of Shadowlands, I think that place would have been a lot better. Somehow, I mean, we would have to work him in there some way, but this dude has so much more character than the jailer does. So much more character, and people have loved Iridikron just because of, you know, his clear motivations. You know what he wants. You know, he clearly doesn't like the Titans. You know, he's got a clear plan, well, pretty much a clear plan. He knows what he wants to do. It's just how he's going about it that he kind of has to, you know, one day at a time, you know. He's like, okay, well, I got this, and I used it for what it was supposed to be used for. Now it's in Harbinger's hands, Xalatath. And, you know, I know what I want to do, and my plan is sticking true, and you and Farak and whatever, I don't care. I've got my goals, and nothing's going to get in the way of them. And so if you really want to distance yourself from me, and, you know, don't worry, you won't see me again until I'm ready to enact my plans on the Titans. But he's just this like commanding presence. his voice, how it like grumbles and rumbles like the earth itself. I love how his horns aren't even attached; they're just like hovering there. Um, but no matter how evil he is, he still came to see, or rather, Vyranoth came to see him. But he was trying to work things out at least, to see if hey, are you sure you want to do this? It's not too late. We had a plan, but clearly he's gonna be the villain of one of the next expansions, whether it be the War Within, where he's gonna be a raid boss, but when we finally do catch up with him, I think he's gonna be Void empowered. He's working with the Xalatath, who is the harbinger of the Void. So she's going to infuse him with some kind of Void power. And so Iridikron is already powerful enough. So a Void empowered Iridikron. Gee, I wonder what kind of super powerful magical Titan-like artifact we're going to need to find this time. Let's just take like Titan Keepers and melt them down to weapons. But yeah, the character of Iridikron is just so much better than the Jailer. The Jailer, it's like a house divided cannot stand, and it's like no one knows what he means. At least Iridikron tells you what he means, and he tells you his plan, and the Jailer was just like, just trust my plan, okay? We need to work together, and that's why I did all this for the millennia, and house divided cannot stand, and you protect that which is broken. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, guess we're not getting any answers from this guy. We should have asked his nipples when we had the chance. But yeah, I like Iridikron. I like all the incarnates. All of them had more personality and character than the Jailer did, which is sad because I remember the Jailer and seeing him. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a cool boss. It's just a cool enemy. And while he looked cool, it was like, So to go from Shadowlands and having this disappointing villain in the Jailer to the Incarnates, which had so much personality and so much depth to them, Jailer was about as deep as a puddle. But the depth with these guys, it's how it's like Vyranoth doesn't want to destroy the world or warp beings. They just want to take down. She just wants to take down the Titans. And Farak, dude, was freaking crazy. Like, I love the moments where he had like the shadow flame in his eyes. It was so cool. It's yeah, like his horns aren't even attached; they're just floating there. That's great. But see, it's just everything about him is just he's just a cool character. Just a cool character. Although it would have been great for Vyranoth to tell him to let it go. Got the Elsa hair going on. So if she said something like, Iridikron, you need to let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. But yeah, his character, just like I said, his voice rumbling like the earth, and Liz really did well with these characters. It's a shame. It's a shame they just can't be consistent. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Definitely want to see what happens with Iridikron. Will he be Void empowered? Probably. Will we need some super powerful magical artifact to beat him? Probably. Will Vyranoth be there by our side? Possibly. But whatever happens, it's going to be hopefully pretty epic when it comes to that fight. You have his like his first form, where it's like like this right here, and he's fighting you, and then he'll turn into his dragon form, and then he gets closer to losing, and then he's empowered by Void. You know, like Xalatash shows up and empowers him, and he almost kind of like, and then he goes through like this like change, almost like Garrosh did when he absorbed the heart of Yasharaj. That would be great. How he just like Iridikron is already big, and then he gets even bigger. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, if you saw these already, let me know what you thought. If you've done the Gilneas one, tell me what you thought about that. People were like, it was there. It was there. I'm thinking about doing it next. Just because, when do we really get to go back to Gilneas? Come on. So, anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.